Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live. This is our second week of streaming live the Sanctum Sanctorum build. So if you joined me last week, you would have seen us complete bags 1 through to 10, and this is kind of where we ended up. So we'd finished the whole ground level all the way around there, so you can see the alleyway and the bin, and then we started on the second level here, or the first level depending on your turn of phrase, where we started to build a sort of a library at the top here with a sliding mechanism between the doors that reveals different types of portals and places to go. So today we're going to pick up from bag 11. I think there was about 18 bags if my memory serves me correctly. So we're over halfway of this build today. So we'll finish off this level, work our way through to the other levels today. As a reminder, next week we're off air because I'm actually going to Denmark this week. So I'm going to LEGO HQ in Billund. So I'm not going to be around for a stream next Sunday. But the following Sunday, so in 2 weeks time, we're going to kick off the Lion Castle build as well. So that'll probably, I reckon, take probably about 4 streams, maybe 3 streams. So that'll be most of October taken up with building the Lion Castle. And I'll open a poll later on today as well, so we'll see what we're going to stream after that. We've still got quite a few sets to get through. So cast your vote in the community tab later today on what we're going to stream after the castle. So, with all that in mind, let's take a zoomed in look and kick off with bag number 11 then and continue our build on the Sanctum. Welcome Brandon, welcome to the stream. Looking forward to your Peaches Castle tomorrow, should be a good build for you. There we are, bag 11. Let's crack this open. We've got another minifigure in here as well. Try and when I'm in Billund this week, I'll try and pick up some more Lego sets to add to the live streams as well. We'll do some Lego House exclusive type sets. I'll go to the Lego House as well as the campus, and we'll go to the staff store and see what we've got in there as well. So here we go, we've got a printed dark blue body on the front, printed on the back as well. This looks like it's going to be, I want to say, Sinister Strange. which I thought we built before. So let's just find his head. He's got printed on the front and on the back with like a little goatee beard just on there, and he's got a hairpiece, black hairpiece to go on top, and then he's got a couple of, I don't know what you call it, things coming out of his arm, on his end of his hands, some powers. We've got that transparent pink tile, and then we've got a dish to go on the other hand as well. So that's kind of how he's looking there. So there's our first minifigure of the day to go with the others that we built last week. And then you can see kind of, this is still in book 2, so we've got 3 books in here. We're going to put some detail now inside what we built last week to make it look a bit more like a library with some artifacts on top. So let's bring back in our sort of library from last week. So you can see all the bookcases we set up. There's the door that opens up, and you can slide different scenes into the back here by sliding over the aircon unit. So if you missed that last week, that's kind of what we got up to. And now we're going to put some things on top of the bookshelf. So to start us off, we've got a dark green 2x2 jumper goes on top here. We've got a glass or golden glass goblet type thing, and then we're going to stick a 2x2 dark plate. Onto that we'll stick a pearl gold dome piece like this. Then we'll stick 2 pearl gold dishes on top of each other, and then on top of that we'll stick a pearl gold cone piece. So we have to create this artifact here like this. That's going to go over on this end of our bookshelves. Now we're going to add a few more pieces. So we'll get a dark tan 1x2 tile and a 1x2 jumper, stack them up to make them look like different artifacts, and we're going to stick a sticker on here. So if you remember from last week, we've still got 2 sticker sheets to get through. So sticker 25, and that says Shambhala written on it in handwriting. It's going to go on this tile here. Looks like this, as you can just about kind of see. That's going to go on this jumper here. On top we've also got a minifigure head, the sort of Halloween skeleton type head. That's going to go on this jumper next to this ornament as well. And then we're going to make a little dished area with a jewel in it. So we've got one of these trans blue jewels that go into a 1x1 round pearl gold piece plate like this, and that goes inside a 2x2 round plate on a stand. And then we're going to stick a trans clear dome on top, so we end up with a jewel in a glass container. That's going to go on our other jumper over here. So far on top here you can see we've just put all these artifacts on top of the shelf. We also, which I missed a minute ago, need a red mug. That's going to go out the back here on these 2 plates. So it looks like that. Now we're going to put some detail down the side here. So for this bit we're going to need a 2x2 reddish brown jumper. We've got another 4 dark tan tiles, 1x2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 dark tan jumpers. We've got a 2x2 brick, 2 brown 1x1 round tiles. We've got a 1x1 round plate, and we should have a mug as well. Looks like a coffee mug. Or is it? No, it's like a kind of like a wine glass type piece. So we start off with getting a 2x2 brick, and we'll stick the jumper on top to make a like little table. We'll stick this glass on top here, which is a bit similar to the butterbeer glass, I think, if you did the Harry Potter set before. And into the top of that we'll stick that 1x1 round white to give like a top to the glass. That's going to go in over here. Then we're going to stick these dark tan tiles and jumpers on either side of this table. And then these tiles are going to go here and here, so just added in this little table here and some tiles on that side. We're going to put some chairs now either side of this table. So we've got 4 red upward facing brackets to go on, and we've got 2 red chairs, a couple of 2x2 round plates as well, and we've got 4 1x2 bullion accessory bar type pieces in red as well for some texture on the arms. So the build for this is fairly simple. We get the 2x2 round, we'll stick a pair of brackets back to back, form like this, and then of course the chair goes in the middle of those. And then on these bracket pieces we're going to stick at the top the bullion bar to give us the arm on the chair, so that we end up with something like this. So we're going to build another one of these, and it's going to go on top of the jumper tile that we've stuck either side of the table. Let's do the other one. Goes on the other side of the table. So now we've got these red armchair type things stuck either side. Then we're going to put some more detail on this side and round the sort of hole we've got here. So we get a blue 2x2 tile, we're going to stick a dark red one on top of it, and then we stick a dark green jumper tile on top of that, and then we're going to stick a tan coloured 2x2 tile just off that jumper one to give us like a stack of books or papers, and we're going to stick a sticker onto that which has got a picture of Doctor Strange's cape on it with some writing. So it looks like that, and that's going to go over this side, over there, and then along here we're going to stick some of these lower fence panels. So we've got 4 of these, 2 on each side, and then we've got a couple of 1x1 black bricks as well. And so just to stop people from falling, put these little fence pieces on the side of the gap. Here and here, so we've got these fence pieces going around now. Next up we get a couple of 1x1x3 black bricks. We've got a 1x1 and 1/3 masonry brick, and then we've got a 1x1 plate, and we have a dark tan jumper 1x2. We're going to stick also a 1x1 brick just on top of these 1x1x3s, and they're going to go just on this inlay here on either side like that. In the middle we'll stick our 1x2 dark tan jumper like this, and then our masonry brick is going to go on top of this brick over here, and then we'll stick the 1x1 plate on top of the 1x1 3 1/3 and stick that at the front just on that corner piece there. So with that done, next up we've got some of these inverted curved pieces. Another masonry brick. We've got 3 medium nugget 1x1 bricks and a 1x3 in medium nugget 2. Masonry brick is going to go onto this bit we just stuck on alongside a 1x1. Shove a 1x3 on top, and then our inverted pieces are going to go in the middle here to create the centre circle kind of window, and next to that we stick our other 1x1 bricks, so you can see that sort of starting to form the circle that goes at the front, which is quite iconic. And then just behind that we'll get one of these transparent dishes. We're going to get a cone. Onto the cone we'll stick a 1x1 round plate, and then into that we'll stick one of these siren type pieces like this, and then we'll stick our dish onto that like this. Looks like a bit like a satellite dish. That's going to go in the middle here, so we stick that into the jumper we stuck in. That fills up that inverted space there. Then to finish that off, we'll stick an archway over the top of it to really form a window, and then we'll add another set of 1x1x3s in medium nugget either side, just to build that front glass area out there. Then we'll do the other windows, so we need 8 window frames. That's 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of those. We've got 4 1x2 plates with the slider on, and then we've got the 8 inserts for the windows to stick in. As always, these small windows are a little tough. 2 inserts. Brandon, I don't think there is a set rule for the number of new themes that come out. Don't come out with too many new themes, to be honest. Just going to pair these windows up. Then on top of them stick some 1x2 with sliders on top. And then these are going to go, one set's going to go here, the other on the opposite side. Then we leave 2 stud gap in the middle and stick our other window either side of that central bit. So it's looking like this on this side at the moment. Then we're going to fill in the gaps between those windows. So we're going to do 2 of these builds now. So we get 2 plates, 1x2 medium nugget, stick them together. Do that again. Then we get one of these new 1x2s with the stud in the middle, stick that on top like that. Then we stick another 2 plates together, stick that on top. Then another 1x2 with a stud on the side on top of that. And to finish this off, another 1x2, but this time the stud goes on the other side, so it looks smooth on this side. Like that. And these are going to go now between our windows over here and over this side, with the 2 studs sticking out like that. Then we're going to fill in some gaps, so we've got a 1x3 plate, another couple of 1x2s with sliders, and we've got 2 corner medium nugget 2x2 plates. 1x3 just goes on this end here to level it up with the window. Put these corner plates over here by the window to stick to the black beams we've got, and then we'll stick our final 1x2s with the sliders on just above the circle window in the middle now. So we've got a level, even part all the way across there now, and it's looking like that. Now we're going to do the insert that sort of goes on this corner angle here. So we get a 2x3 plate and stick a 1x2 jumper in the middle. Onto that we're going to stick a green minifigure head in transparent green that has a 1x1 round with a pin in it stuck in the top to sort of make a jar appearance, and into that we'll stick a 1x1 round gold pearl. So we've got like a green bottle formed there. Either side of that green bottle we're going to stick these reddish brown panel pieces in to make like a cupboard. We'll stick a 2x3 on top like this, and then we're going to stick on the front row of studs a 1x3 plate, and at the top a 1x1 round in grey like this. Then if we come back over here we're going to stick that at an angle just behind these trans clear 1x1 round pins that we stuck in earlier, so it goes at an angle like this. You see the green bottle, the drinks cabinet. Now to go round on this angled piece we're going to build this little piece now. So we get a upward facing bracket, stick a 1x1 plate into the back like this, then we have a 1x1 with a stud on the side, then we stick another one of these bracket pieces on top, another 1x1 plate, another 1x1 with a stud on the side, just repeat that again, top of that. Then we have one of these new pieces, these little 1x1, which are like 2 plate thick. They go in and it finishes us off like this, and then across the front here we're going to stick some triangled pieces like little roofs. We've got these in medium nugget, so we'll stick these all the way up almost, and the top one is in light bluish grey. Let's just rub this on the table to sort of straighten it up. Still not quite straight, kind of ish. So there's our angled piece there. That goes over this side on the corner. So it looks like this now here. Then we're going to repeat that now to do the other side, but facing the opposite way. Straighten those out, so there's our other column again, and then we do the same with the sort of tile pieces of the roofs outside. Medium nugget all the way up, except for the very top, which is the grey one. So there's our other piece, and that's going to go on that side now. So now we've got these angled enclosed bits on that corner piece. Now we'll fill that in, and to fill that in we're going to put some windows together. So get a couple more of these small windows, and we'll stick some glass inserts into those to start with, then stick them together, stick our 1x2 with a slider on, and then to attach it we need to get a 2x3 piece like this. We're going to stick some 2 1x1 plates at the front, and then behind it a 2x2 jumper goes on, and then this sits on top of our window like this, and then we're going to connect that now onto the sort of drinks cabinet type piece by slotting that in, hopefully, try not to break it. So that goes in to give us this corner window now, and it sort of sticks out a little bit as per the design, but it's attached to the drinks cabinet at the back, gives us a nice angled piece there. So now that's done, we're going to put some plating around as we would normally on a modular kind of build, just to stick all the windows to the main building. So we've got a 1x8 there, Then we have a 2x8 going on there. 2x6. The 1x8 there. Then we have a long piece here. Just make sure that that's all plated now, so the windows are much more secure in place. It's gone all the way around. And then the last bit for this bag. How did I end up with a spare 2x2? Maybe I missed one somewhere, did I? Oh, I did. Let's just do this quick. We've got another 2x2 tile which I missed earlier. Has a sticker on, and it's going to go on top of this dark green piece here. Probably needs to move a bit more because of the wall that's going to go around. And then to finish this off now, then we'll just run another 1x8. Stick another set of 1x2s with slider in the middle here. And then another 1x8. That just finishes off above that window piece there. And that's in the bag 11. Bag number 12 next. We've got some bricks to build the walls up. It's pretty tough random to have a favourite theme. I like the adult sets generally because I like the modulars. I like pirates. I like Lego Ideas, although this year I didn't really like many of the Lego Ideas sets. The year before I bought nearly much all of them, I think. So we need a 1x3 in grey and in medium nugget, and then we need 3 1x8 bricks. So we're just going to put the 1x3 grey here and the medium nugget there, and then run the 1x8s all the way across the back of our bookcase, just like that. Then we're going to build on that again, so we get another 3 1x8s, 1x3 in a masonry brick. Stick our masonry brick in first over here. Then we'll run our 1x3, and then we'll run the 1x8s again across the back. Just like that. Oh, just as I push the window out there, so we're sort of just building up that back wall there. Then we'll just stick this to the side a moment because we're going to build a wall section up. So we start with one of these long plates. On the end we're going to stick a 1x1 medium nugget brick. We've got another one of these 1x1 and a third, and then some Erling bricks, and so we stick the 1x1 at the end, then this 1x1 with the studs on the side, and then we're going to stick some Erling bricks in, but sort of facing upwards like this. Then we get another 1x1. Oh no, we don't, not that one. A 1x1 with stud on the side. Then a 1x1. Then we've got the 1x2 again with the stud that goes on the back. A couple more upward facing Erling bricks. And then a masonry brick in medium nugget. So we've got something like looks like this. Then we just build on top of that, so we stick another masonry brick on top of the other one. Then it's a 1x3 normal brick. We'll stick a couple of 1x1 plates on these 1x1 1/3 bricks, and then finish off with a 1x1 at the end, so just added another layer on top of that, and then we do it again. This time we stick a 1x4 masonry brick in the middle, 1x2 at the end here, and then another plain 1x2 but with the stud on the side, with the stud facing inwards on that end there. Then we're going to stick some windows in, so we've got some taller windows this time. Just insert the glass. Always insert much easier than the smaller windows. Then they stick into the Erling bricks that we stuck in, just like this. Now we're going to add another layer, so a masonry brick down here, 1x2 with a slider on the windows, and that one anyway. Then another 1x2 with a stud on the front. We'll do another masonry brick, if I can find one. Just goes next to that. Then just a normal 1x2 medium nugget plate on this window, so not one with a slider, and then a 1x3 brick at the end, so we have a 1 stud overhang on the end here, and then just on these Erling bricks that are facing that way, like the other windows, we stick these grill pieces just in front of the window on that side and on this side. Just like that. So now if we bring back in that level, this wall is going to go across this side and connecting, hopefully if I don't snap it, just across. Oh, I keep picking it up by this window, which it doesn't like. I keep pulling it out, so that just adds that wall on that side now. Next up, we're going to run a series of plates across the top of the wall. So we've got 4 of these 1x8s in medium nugget and a 1x1 plate. So we stick one of the 1x8s there, so it overhangs. Then we run the others across the back. And then we stick our 1x1 just on the edge of this wall here. So we've got this sort of overhang at this end as well. Then we get a grey masonry brick. We'll stick a 1x2 plate on it, then stick another masonry brick, then a 1x3 plate goes on it. Then we've got some 1x3 bricks. Then into the bottom here we should have a 1x1 in grey with a stud on the side, and we'll stick a 1x1 brick into that then. So we've got something that looks like this, and then that will go over here onto that side of the wall. So let's just build that up to the same height as the other side. Then we're going to get 2 1x1 plates, and we've got 4 1x1 round plates in grey, light bluish grey. These 4 round ones go above our circle window that we stuck in earlier. Just go right across here, and then the 1x2 is just going to go in these gaps, or these 1x1s in here and either here, just to level all of that section off there. And then into these 1x1 rounds we're going to stick 4 Technic claws. So they're going to be facing upwards. In the same direction, sort of. That's just stuck in there now. Then either side of these Technic claws, well, firstly we're going to stick a 1x4 length grey rod into those Technic claws, create a railing, and then either end, to end it off, we'll get one of these 1x1 1/3 with studs on the side, and onto them we'll stick just two 1x1 plates. Do that to both of these. And that will bookend the railing that we just stuck in, so it ends up looking like that above the circle window now. Hey troublemaker, welcome to the stream, hope you're well. Okay, we're just going to add some more details now here to make room for some windows. So first up we get these 1x1 1/3 and a couple of 1x1s. Stick these together to make them 4 bricks high. They're going to go next to these grey bricks we just stuck on, and then just like this, and then I'll just put this to the side a moment because the next thing we're going to build 2 again of these columns to go between the windows. So you get 2 1x2 plates stuck together, then we get a 1x2 with a stud on the side, stick that in top on both, then another 2 1x2 plates going on top of that, then some 1x2 bricks with the studs on the side, and then we'll finish off again with another couple of 1x2 plates there, and one on here. So these are our 2 central sort of columns that will go between our windows. So we'll leave a 2 stud gap on this side, stick one there, same on that side. So now our next level is looking like this. We'll do our windows now to fill in that gap. So we've got 4 of these to build, 4 taller window frames. Stick the glass inserts into these. Then into the bottom of these we're going to stick our Erling bricks again, sort of on their side, upward facing into the bottom, and then we'll stick these grill pieces onto the front of the Erling brick, finish it off with a 1x2 and a slider. So we're building another 3 of these now. I like these grills on the front of the window because they move about a bit, but so there we go, there's our 4 windows. So bring this back in again. Now we're going to stick these in between the columns that we've just made. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then the last one goes in there. So there's our other set of windows gone in. Now we're going to build a little corner piece that's going to go in this sort of corner part here of this level. So to start that off we get one of these 3x3 corner wedges. We're going to stick a 1x3 on each side by 2 studs. There's a 1 stud overhang, so we stick a 1x1 plate into the middle there to level it off, and then one on the inside as well. So we end up with something like this. Then we'll stick a 2x2 jumper tile on there, and then we've got some cutaway reddish brown pieces, so I need to get these on the right side. So we end up with something like this, and then onto the ends we're going to stick some upward facing single brackets onto our overhang like this. Then behind them we've got a 1x1 with a stud on the side facing out on each end, just like that. Then on these bracket pieces we've got more of these sort of little roof tile type pieces. Continue the same sort of pattern we did earlier. One there and there. And in the middle here on the jumper we're going to stick a pearl gold crown type piece here, which you may also be familiar from the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex Rampage, where they use the eggs in whites, and then into that we're going to stick a golden telescopy type thing, which I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's used for sailing, I think, stargazing. So that goes in the top to give us a nice little sort of ornamental effect in the corner. So if we bring this back in, it's going to stick on this jumper. Some way like that. So that's kind of how it's continuing to build up in this corner section here. Then we're going to build that side bit up a bit more. So we get another upward facing bracket. Stick a 1x1 plate in the back. Then we've got our 1x1 with a stud on the side. This is the same pattern that we did before. Then we have a single upward facing bracket this time. Then we'll stick our 3 triangle pieces on the brackets again. Then in the back here we'll stick a 1x3 going across, and on the end of that a 1x1 plate sticks on. So it ends up with something like this. And we'll add that to this column on this side for this corner. So it's just building that up to the same level. Now I guess we'll do the same for the other side. And another 1x3 going inwards, and a 1x1 round on top. So there's our other piece for the other side. So we'll stick that in. So now we've got that built up all the way. We're going to stick some plates now across the top just to secure all this side in. So we've got another 4 1x8 medium nugget pieces. So we start over here just to fill in our frame there. Then one goes across, the one across this bit, then another one goes across over that side. Getting near the end of this book now, so we must be getting near the end of this. Oh, he says as he snaps off a plate. Must be getting near the end of this level. Now we're going to put the window into our corner piece here, because it kind of looks like this at the moment. We've got the gap, so just to continue the window up. So another long window piece. Stick the glass in it. It's the same build, so you put the Erling bricks into the bottom alongside our grill pieces. Then we stick our 1x2 slider on top, and this time we stick a medium nugget 2x2 tile, and then that's going to go into the gap. So there's our window in position now, moving all the way up. Now we're just going to tile or plate the top just to secure everything up. So on the corner we get one of these larger wedge pieces, these 4x4. We're going to, I think, stick a shield piece either side here. In the middle we'll stick one of these triangle tiles, tile all that up, flip that over, and we stick some 1x3 plates into the base of the shield, just like that. So the shape looks like this now, and then that should rest on our corner piece here now. Then we'll stick a 1x6 plate there, and over here in grey you'll have a corner plate, then another, we then stick a downward facing bracket piece, then a 1x6, another downward facing bracket piece, we have a 1x1 plate, and then a 1x3 plate. So there's our plating going on just above that hole, and we've got some brackets now either side of that, this gap we've got over here now. Then we're going to put some tiles on. So we start with a 1x4 tile in grey, 1x6, and then a 1x4 modified with 2 studs, just goes across here. And then we've got these 2x3 tiles. We're going to stick some stickers on, and they're going to go on these brackets that we've stuck in. So first up, number 24, which is actually on that one. 24 goes on this grey tile. Like that, and then number 6 is on this tile. So those two are all painted up now. So the dark grey one goes on that side and the dark tan one on this side. So now we've got these pictures just either side of the gap. That's the end of bag 12. On to bag 13. You have another minifigure in this bag, and we've got lots of plates to stick on. So the Scarlet Witch is the minifigure that we're going to put on. It's got a big hair piece, it's got some black legs, and where's her body? I've lost her body. Oh, there it is. Flew over there. So we have a dark red body piece that's printed on the front and on the back. She's got not a very nice looking face with some red eyes. Headpiece with some hair. Then we're going to stick, we've got some 1x1 trans red pieces, plates. We'll stick these in pairs, and that'll stick into the top of her hands. It's not looking too friendly. So that goes like that. So there's our minifigure for this section. Now we're going to add some sort of detail for the windows. So we have one of these sort of mudguard grey pieces. Onto that we'll stick shiny ones. We've got some 1x1 flat silver pieces that go each end of the mudguard. Then we're going to stick some corner plates into here and here. Then a 1x2 round ends there, and that will go over the top of one of these curved pieces on top. So we build like a top of a window, then just top these off with some 1x1 tiles to cover up the flat silver pieces. And that's our top bit that goes over the window. So if we bring this back in, that's going to attach here, stick out slightly, so we end up with an arch over the window like this. Now that's in place, we're going to add some actual detail where we've got all these studs sticking out on the side of the walls. We need to add some outside detail on. So the first thing we do, one of these long plates, we'll stick a, actually it might be too long, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, it's longer than 2, 1x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're going to stick a 1x8, if I can find one, 1x8 tile. Then with the 2 studs left over, we'll stick a 1x1 tile, and then we have a cutaway one of these cutaway pieces. So we make something that looks like this. That's going to go up here, so we've got these studs on the side. It's going to go up there and there, so the cutaway is going just underneath the archway, and we're going to do the same now on the opposite side. So there's our other one. Let's bring that back in, stick that the other side there. Let's put that to the side a moment. We're going to put something else above the bookshelf now. So we get a 1x4 reddish brown, we get 2 panel pieces, stick those in, and then stick another 1x4 on top there. Bring back in our library piece. We're also going to stick some 1x1 on the thirds at the back here, either side of that sort of red coffee cup we stuck in earlier, like this. And then just in front we're going to stick this panel piece we just created, so it ends up looking like that on the inside. Then we get a 2x4 plate, we'll stick that on top there, and then we'll run these 3 large plates right across the back here, and then across this side too, just to finish that off, so we're all on the same level at the back there now. Then at the front, behind our sort of bit here where we've got the banister thing, we're going to get another tall window, find a glass insert for it somewhere, there it is, stick that in, then stick that into a 1x4 brick in tan, put some 1x1s on the side, and a 1x4 on top, give us this sort of window that sits behind our railing piece there in the middle. Then what we do is we get another large arch piece. We're going to stick some 1x2 round plates in there, and in here, and then that goes over the front there. Give us this archway now in front of the window. Hey Hostile, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you. Then we're going to put some detail now to flank our windows here. So to do that, we get another long plate. This time we stick a 1x6 tile on it. Then we get a 1x1 with an upward facing clip onto it. Then stick a 1x4 tile. And then in the end, we've got the overhang, we stick an upward facing bracket to make something like this. So we need to make another one of those. So we've got the same on each side of the window. And then upward facing bracket, and then into the upward facing clip we're actually going to stick some bucket handles on these pieces. Stuck that one in the wrong way round. So then our bucket piece goes into the middle of the clip to give us something that looks like that. Oh no, I had that the right way. Nope. So we've got those two now. So if we bring back in our window piece, these are going to go on either side of that circular window now. Next up, we're going to build some more details on the outside. We're going to build 6 of these. So we get a 1x5 plate, stick a 1x6 tile on top, up facing bracket goes into that one side overhang. Then we stick a metallic 1x1 round into the top bracket piece, and then we get a 1x1 tile on top of that. So we build something like this. We've got to do 6 of these in total, so we've got to do another 5 of those now. No worries, Hostel, see you in a bit. So another 1x5, 1x6 upward bracket. Would really love to build Adam's Family house. Kind of reminds me of, you could build something like that. Never seem to get approved our LEGO ideas, which is a shame. So there's 4. And one more. So there's all 6 of those now. So if we bring back in our piece here, we're going to stick these on the ground level, going upwards. So one goes in there between the windows and at the ends, and then we also do it at this end. One goes on the end here, then our other one goes on this end. So we just added some more column details there on the outside. Now we're going to build some more but shorter ones, so another 6. These ones are built on 1x3 plates with a 1x4 tile on top, and then the same upward facing bracket, and we just put the 1x1 round flat silver piece on top of that. you've got to build 6 of these as well. Four. 5, and last one. So there's all those 6 of those. So let's bring it back in the outside. These are going to do the top section now. So first one go in there. This one go in the middle. This one go on the end. One in the middle, so our columns continue up, and then same on this side. So we've got one at the end, hopefully if I can get it in, and this one goes on this end here. So there's all of our columns continuing up. Next up, inside here, we're going to put some details over the side of the window. So we've got to build 2 of these things next. So we've got these shooting pieces here. We're going to stick a microphone accessory into the ends of each, and then we'll stick a 1x2 ball joint piece into that. Like that. Then we get some transparent 1x1 rounds, and we stick some black 1x1 claws in. That then just attaches to this bar that sticks out from this shooter, gives you like a little lamp, I guess. And then we do the same on this one. So these pieces now we'll bring in here. They're going to go either side of our window piece, and then this is going to fold over the top and clip in there. Like that. So on the inside you see these black columns going up, and then we've got some lights either side. So now we've got to do some tiling to finish off this section. So I think it's just going to be the sort of modular kind of tiling to finish this off. So we've got a corner tile there, 1x6. And we have another corner going in on each side here. 2x2 goes in the middle. Regular 1x4 over the top. And another 1x4. 1x6. Then we stick a corner tile attached to the column that's on this side. And a modified 1x4 there. 1x6, and hang on, how have I managed to do that? Interestingly, this seems to be wrong. How has this gone wrong? Have I made a boo-boo? How did I make a boo-boo with this then? It goes on like that. Let's see. Bear with me, just making a little alteration here. Had that bit slightly wrong, so just fixing that. So then we have some more corner tiles there. The orientation will be 1x3s the wrong way round. And we have another corner piece over here. Another modified 1x4, a regular one. A couple of corner ones back to back. One by four, another 1x4, and another corner one over there. And stick a 1x1 on there and on this one. So we've run it up like this, and then our final piece is to actually put something over this window here, which is going to be another mud guard off of the car. Either end this time though, we're going to stick some 1x1 rounds with pins in into each end. I say that and I have only got one. Where did I lose one? It's not a good start, is it? I've got a spare one in the bag, so we stick that on the other side as well. Then we stick our curved piece over that like this. These are our mud guards, and actually it's going to go upside down into that curved window like this. It's gone upside down on the pins, and that's the end of this sort of level. So you can see it like this, see the inside, what we've got there, and the big gap we've got on the side. So that's the end of the welcome back hostile. This is the end of the level, so we can attach that to our main building now. Kind of looks like this. I'll go on the wide camera so you can see it. So yeah, there you go. That's the other level now added on top. So now we're going to move over to book 3, and then we're going to build the next level and then the roof that goes on top of this. But it's looking pretty good. Quite like the architecture. Of course, we've still got the gap down the back here as well, so we'll be building the inserts that go in there and on this side as well. So looking pretty good. So let's flip over to book 3. Book 3. So here you can see our build destination for this set of books. So bags 14 to 17. We're actually just going to be building the roof now. With a couple more minifigures as well, and then bag 18. We're going to probably be adding the inserts and any finishing touches on the outside. So we've only got 5 bags to go, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's crack on. We're going to need some oversized pieces as well. And our foundations, which we've got here as well. Lots of sand green in these bags for the roof, and this we're going to put this set actually into Bricktown when it's done, probably next to the Daily Bugle and near the Ghostbusters fire station, so watch out for a video on the channel soon. So to kick us off then, we start with one of these oversized pieces. We're going to stick in one of these 2x10 pieces into the base. Then we have one of these 6x8 plates, put 2x6 into the bottom of that, and then we stick our other oversized piece onto that, and then we finish off with another 2x10 there to give us an overhang. Onto the overhang piece here, we are going to stick a 1x3 plate with a 1x1 tile, if I can find it, there it is, into the corner. And then we have a 2x2 modified with 2 studs that just go on there as well, which doesn't look quite straight. So that's kind of what we do on the overhang piece. Then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to put some more plates to strengthen it up. So we start with a 2x6 going down here, another 2x10, then we have another one runs across here, then we have this dark tan 2x10, and then either side here we're going to stick some 2x6s overhanging by one stud as well. So that's about it for under there. Then we've got this really long 2x16, I guess, plate that's going to run across the front, again with a one stud overhang. We have a sand green 2x2 that just sneaks in there, and then we have one of these corner wedges which looks like it goes about there, and then finally another 2x10 going in there. So that's kind of all the plates in the bottom. So if we flip it over, this is our surface area that we're going to build the roof on. First up, we'll stick another one of these dark tan 2x14s, I think, or 12 down here, and then we're going to add some tiles along here. So first up, we stick a 1x6 sand green in there. Then running along the front, we have got two 1x3 light bush grey tiles like that. Then we end up with two 2x2 modified with two studs. Goes on onto that side. Now, thanks Hosta, I'm glad you like the mug. Quite attached to it. Got the branding on. It's my second mug actually. The old one had the old branding on for the channel. Then we're going to put some tiles in here as well. Maybe if my channel ever gets into lofty heights, I can sell the mugs. Who knows? Somebody might buy one. Then we're going to put a triangle across here. Another cutaway tile, if I can find it. Goes behind the triangle. In there. Then we have a 1x3. If I can find it, that goes in there. So we've tiled up that section there now. Next up, we're going to get a couple more 2x2 modified plates, and a couple of 1x6 dark bush grey ones. And what we'll do is we'll stick in the middle these 2x2s. So we've got two studs either side, and these go in just across here at the front to give us a bit more of a space. Then we've got one of these trapdoor pieces in dark tan that's going to go and fill this gap up in the middle here, and then we're going to add some more sort of tiles and things along the outside here. So first up, another 2x2 modified goes either side of this gap. In that gap we stick two 1x3 plates. Then over here we're going to stick a 1x2 tile in, again just mirrored on both sides. Then another 2x2 modified with two studs is in there and there. And then actually we stick a 1x1 plate in this end and the same at the other end. And on this gap here we're going to stick a 1x1 tile in bluish grey, like that. It's popped up. So that's all covered now around our edge area. Then we're going to work on this bit here. So in the trapdoor area here we're going to stick a 1x4 rod piece into the clips. Then we've got a 1x2 sand green plate. Then each end of the trapdoor we stick a 1x1 plate here and here. And then in front, running across here, we're going to get some sand green cheese wedges. And in fact, actually, I'll put those slightly in the wrong place. To move over a stud. Like this, and then we've got cheese wedges, 4 of them, running along the front here. There, and one more. Where's the other one? There's the other one. So that just runs across like that. So next up, we're going to start to build up some of the sort of walls around here. So we've got one of these large bricks. What are they? 2 by 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, 1 by 12. We've got 1 by 3. We've got some of these inverted 2 by 2 sloped pieces. Cheese wedge. A couple of masonry bricks. An Erling brick. So the cheese wedge goes into the Erling brick like that, and that goes on the end here where we had the 1 by 1 plate stuck in. Then we stick a 1 by 3, then our 1 by 12 brick goes in, masonry brick. Then we've got our 3 inverted pieces go next to each other, and then we finish off with a masonry brick in around there. So it's kind of how we're shaping up. Now we're going to build out this back section here, so we do the same again with an Erling brick and a cheese wedge to start us off on the end here. Then we have a 1 by 3 brick, and we're going to put a corner 2 by 2 just in there. And now in this bit here, we're going to stick actually a plate that's covered up with some tiles, so 1 by 8 and a 1 by 2. Just goes across there, and then that feeds in to this gap over there. Next up, we're going to come around here and fill in these gaps that we've got all the way around here. And to do that, we're going to have 4 2 by 2 sand green plates. We've got 6 of these 2 by 2 modified tans and studs. 3, 4, 5, and this is 1, 6. And we have 1 2 by 4 plates as well in the sand green. So we just start off by putting the 2 by 2s down here. Then we've got our 2 by 4 in. Then one of these, one of these. Then around this side, just put some more. Oh, it's got to move over one. Wasn't a bit too zealous there. Just shove these over one stud. And that one fills in there as well. So now we've put all of those in place. We need one of these sloped bricks now, and that's going to go on the end here of our wall. And then behind that we've got a 1 by 2 by 3 brick that goes behind in there. Then we've got 5 of these panel pieces, 2, 5, and these are going to go sideways just behind here. Hopefully I've put these in the right place. They just go in sideways and flat ways, and then we're going to stick some plates in. So we've got 4 1 by 6 sand green plates, we've got a couple of 1 by 1s, and we've got 6 1 by 2 plates, 6 like this. So we stick a 1 by 4 just the back here, and our 1 by 1 just in the corner. Same on this side, 1 by 6 here. one by one on the ends. And along here we stick two 1x6s across the back, and then our 1x2s just fill in the gaps at the front here to level it off. Same on this side, and last one on there. So our plates are just all leveled off now around here. How cool, Hostile. Maybe I'll let you know when we can start selling the mugs if you want one. So we've got 6 panels to go in with the windows inserted, and we need 2 these kind of semicircle type bricks. These semicircles just go on either side here and here, so it's going in there. And our little window inserts go just behind where we've got these tan coloured pieces all the way around. All the way around like this now. Then we're going to get 6 small windows, 2, 4, 6. We'll stick some glass inside these. So now that's all done, these are just going to go now in front of those panel pieces onto the tan pieces all the way around the roof, just like this. And then on top of each of those, then we'll stick these modified 2x2s. We've got 6 of these now to join the roof, join the windows with those panels that we stuck on a moment ago. Put these all on around. And then where we've got all these studs now on the side, we'll do the same we've done with all the other sort of windows. We stick these grill pieces just in front, so we've got 12 grills, 2 for each window. Stick these in. Annoy the dinging on my new watch. So that's all in there, and then we do this side as well. There we go. So that's all done all the way around now. Then to add a bit of detail as well to our windows, we're going to put some of these mud guards in here. They're going to go in over these 2 windows on this side, and then across the back to join the panels up, we stick some 1x6 plates across the back. We also stick one of these 1x2s with studs on the side in our corner area here. Then a 1x1 black brick next to it, and then we're going to get another Erling with a cheese wedge. Goes on the end, so you can see added these arches over the top of these windows, and in the corner here we've got this 2x2, some more detail. Then we get another one of these bricks and stick it on top of the other one. We've got some 2 double cheese wedges in sand green that go just behind the mud guards on each window on this side. And then we've got 4 1x2 plates. 2 go either ends, and 2 go next to each other in the middle. So we've ended up with something like that. And then so almost finally we've got these 6 2x2 large green sloped pieces, and these go now either side of the windows. To that side, and then 2 just go along this side. So now it's starting to get a bit roof-like in the appearance. And is that the end of the bag? Yep, that's the end of bag 14. So bag 15 now. We've got a minifigure in here. We've got Master Mordo. And we're going to put some detail inside the attic itself. There we go. So for Master Mordo then, let's move this out of the way. He's in sand green. He's got a nice printed torso, front and back. He's also got a cape as well. He's got his sand green legs. He's got his head somewhere. Where's your head? There's your head. He's got 2 printed facial expressions. Got sort of a smiley looking face and a closed grumpy mouth face there. And he's got a nice cool headpiece there with some sort of like dreadlocks going across. And then to finish this off, we've got some trans orange dishes with another grab piece here, goes into each of these hands. Two. So there's these. Oh, I know what I forgot as well. Yikes. Take his head off again. I forgot his cape. So he's got a sand green cape as well, fabric one. Just stick that on his neck. His head back on. So there's his. Here he is with his cape all ready to go. So shove him to the side. Next up, we're going to build a sort of cabinet type thing. So we've got a window frame and a glass insert that goes onto a 2x2 piece here. Then we stick another window without a piece of glass on the other side, and we stick a 2x2 tile on top to connect the 2 windows together. And then in our sort of cabinet here, we're going to stick a fire extinguisher. So we've got a tap and a 1x1 round in red. Just drop that in there, and then we stick our final glass piece in like that. So we've got a display cabinet there. That's going to stick in our attic just about there. And then meanwhile, we're going to get 6 gold cone pieces. And we're going to stick these round this sort of hatch here, like banister I guess, to stop people falling to their death. So I'm just going to put these all the way around, and then we're going to stick a couple of jumper tiles just there, and another one next to it there. Then some more artifacts, so we get another 2x2 brick. This time we stick a reddish brown jumper on it. We have another gold cone piece, but this time we'll stick a helmet on top like that. That'll go on the side there. And then we're also going to stick one of these Technic cylinder metallic type. That's going to go in the corner, and we'll cover up the banisters now on these pieces here. So we've got some 1x4 tiles, go right round our cones like this. Then we're going to get a treasure chest. I can't even say it. One of these standard pirate issue chest. There we go. And inside it, we're gonna make like a scroll. So we have one of these Technic connectors in tan, and into each end we're gonna stick 1 by 1 round with pins in. So it looks like we've got a scroll that goes inside our chest there, and that goes on top of these jumpers just by the door there. And then we stick an umbrella. So we've got a black umbrella that goes in our Technic cylinder that we just stuck in a minute ago, just in the corner there. Now we're going to build up some of the walls. So we have a large 1 by 14, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1 by 12. Then we've got one of these sloped pieces. We have a corner brick, a masonry brick, a 1 by 1 with stud on the side, and a 1 by 3. And we'll start over here. So we put another sloped piece. Then we've got our 1 by 1. Stud faces inwards. Then we've got our long brick, corner brick, 1 by 3, and the masonry brick. Just builds up the wall on that corner there. Then we continue to build up more on this wall actually. So we have a 1 by 3, a couple of 1 by 2s, curved edges, 1 by 2 with 2 clips, 1 by 6, 1 by 4 masonry brick, and a 1 by 2 masonry brick. I think that's all of it for now. So we put a 1 by 3 in first, then we get our 2 1 by 2 rounds with the 1 by 2 clips, sandwich that, stick that in next. Then our 1 by 4 masonry brick, a 1 by 6 brick, and a 1 by 2 masonry brick just goes on the ends like that. And then again 1 by 12, 1 by 3 and the masonry brick, just adding more layers here. Level this wall out here. Add in more height. And add in some more. This time we get a 1 by 4 with studs on the side. Also a 1 by 1 with a stud on the side. Corner brick somewhere. A masonry brick and a 1 by 6 brick. So we stick the 1 by 1 with a stud on the inside here. Then our corner brick, masonry brick again. Our 1 by 4 with studs goes on the inside here. Then we've got a 1 by 6 and another sloped piece just on the back there. And another long 1 by 12 and 2 masonry bricks this time. So 1 masonry brick there and at that end. And then this other one goes right the way across, so it's not too exciting on this end, it's just a grey wall at the moment. Then we're going to build up this section just off here. So to do that we get a 1 by 4 regular plate, stick a 1 by 3 onto it, and a 1 by 1 with a stud on the side which goes on the end there. Then we've got a 1 by 4 masonry brick, then a 1 by 2 masonry brick, and a 1 by 1 with a clip in it on the inside. Another 1 by 1 with a stud on the outside. Then we stick another 1 by 4 plate on top. Another 1 by 3. another 1x1, this time studs on the side again, and then another 1x4 plates. So that's the wall there, that's going to go just there either side there, so we've got room for a window to go in there. Then just part that over there again. We're going to build another thing this time, so we start with a 1x3, we'll stick a 1x4 plate on top, then we have another 1x1 stud on the side, faces inwards, then we've got a panel that goes on top, and a 1x4 with one of these downward facing bars goes on top of that, then another 1x4 plate on top of that, and into this downward facing bar we stick a black cone, and into the bottom of that we stick a trans clear 1x1 round to give us another sort of a light. And if we bring that back in, that goes where this sort of window space would be. So just slot that in, actually not there, tell a lie. That actually goes on the inverted pieces just in front there, and either side of that we'll stick these 1x1 by 5s either side to give us that kind of look there. So there's an indent on the inside, then on that indent we actually get a window piece here, so we get a window frame. I'm going to stick that, oh bear with me, just ping the light off, oh no, just going to pull this off to stick the light back on. Stick that back in there. Yep, so we're going to do put the black frame on there so you can see it's now in position there. And then we're going to build the wall up again, so we have another long brick that runs full length here, and a corner brick. Then we've actually got a 2x6 brick that goes on top of what we've just built, and then finish off with a 1x3 next to that now, so it's all coming together. Then we're going to put some more artifacts, so where we have got our 2 clips, so in here we've got these clips here, we're actually going to stick a, if I can find it, a skeleton body on that. So we've got this black skeleton, that's going to clip in into there. Then we get 2 Technic claws and stick them into the 1x4 with the studs on the side, like that. Down here we're going to get a 1x2 brown brick and a reddish brown jumper, and just stick that onto this 1x2 that's already in position. And then we get a spear as well, one of these spears, and that's going to go onto this clip sticking out of the wall as well. So there we go, just added that spear in there, some more detail. Next up we've got some more things to add in, so we've got an axe, so we get a 3 length brown rod and one of these axe pieces, so we're going to make 2 of those. They're going to clip into those Technic arms we stuck in here, angle away from each other. Like that, see the axes are in position. And then on top of this jumper that we just stuck on a minute ago, we're going to get a chain, stick that with a cup on one end. Then we're going to stick a dish into the top of that, and a 1x1 round metallic to give us like a light, and that's going to stick on here. Then we'll stick the end of the, if I can do it, stick the end of the chain on onto the floor there. So there's our sort of lampshade in there. Next up, we are going to get one of these pieces here, stick a 1x1 round in the top, and onto it we'll stick one of these hat pieces which you see in Ninjago quite a lot, and that's actually then going to go between our two axes that we stuck on earlier, just like that. So you can see how the axes are with that piece. Then we get another 2x2 and another jumper on top. We'll stick a gold cone piece into that, and this time almost we see this in Ninjago as well, like a samurai hat. Into the top of that we'll stick a black hot dog, give us some spikes on top. That's just in front of what we just stuck on the wall, so that just sits in there. Then we're doing another cabinet, so we get a window, stick the glass in it again, stick that on a 2x2 brown brick, stick our other window frame in without the glass again, put a 2x2 tile on top. Then this time inside the cabinet we've got one of these transparent orange pieces, and we'll stick a clear piece in, that drops in, and we'll stick our other glass piece on the outside. So there we go, another cabinet with a piece of artifact in that goes next to our sort of samurai sword just there. It kind of reminds me of what's that horror film, like Annabelle when she's stuck inside the glass cabinet. It's kind of looking a bit like those. Then we're going to build a bit more of the roof again, so we get another sloped piece, stick that down here at the front, and then we've got a 2 plate height 1x1 medium nugget that goes on behind that. Then we need another sloped piece, a couple of 1x1s, plates that is, 1x1 with stud on the side, one of those and one of these. We'll stick the 2 plate high 1x1 on top of this piece here that goes on this corner with the other sloped piece next to it. We'll stick the 2 1x1s together, the plates, stick them on the 1x1 with stud on the side, and that goes on the end over this side. So that's kind of how this is building up on this side. Then we have another sloped piece which we just stick here in front, and then we get one of these Technic bricks, and that goes right across that area there, looking like that. Then to continue the roof we get another 6 of these sloped pieces, and we're just going to run these all across. Let me just check because okay. So we run these all across now in front of this Technic piece. And then on a couple of them we stick some 1x2 plates because they're not the same level. So now there's our roof on this side. And then we're going to do some more plating across here. So we stick a 1x1 on the end here. Then we've got a 2x4. Another 2x4. Then we've got some corner plates. Go here and here, and then we finish off with a 1x1 just at the end. Then we get one of these downward facing brackets, and we're going to stick a tile on here, and then another sticker. I thought it was a map, but it's not. It's actually a picture. So that then goes on there. It goes on the inside here where we've left a gap there. So it actually looks like this on the inside now. And then we're not quite finished yet. In our corner here we've got these studs. We're going to need to put a sloped 1x2 on there, and then behind that we stick one of these 2 high plates with a 1x1 round just behind it like this. And then following up from that, we stick another one of these wedge pieces there, and one of these wedge pieces at the top there like that. And then another one of these on top, just like that, to give us this sort of cornered look, which works quite well. That's the end of bag 15 now, so we're making good progress on the roof of bag 16. Only got 2 more bags after this one, so we're nearly there. Right, so to kick us off then on this one, we're going to do what we did on the other side with the mud guards going above the roof. So we've got 4 of these mud guards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They go above these windows on this side now. And then on top of those, again, same as we did before, double cheese wedges in sand green. Go just in behind our mud guards. So there's our windows now on this side, starting to take some shape. Stick that to the side a moment because we're going to build something slightly different. So we get a 1x6, we'll stick one of these sloping pieces on the end, then we'll stick a 1x1 with a clip just on the inside. Next to that we have a corner 2x2, but we're going to stick a 1x1 plate into the corner part. Then we stick another one of these sloped pieces and another one on that side. Then we stick a 1x2 on the top of this one to level it off, but on the other one we stick a 1x2 with a slider in. Where is it? That just goes on this side here. Then we're going to get a 1x2x2 reddish brown, and then the sticker's going to go on there, so number 10. We've got a picture that goes on there. And if we come back, this then sticks on top of our roof piece there to give us another level, and then on the inside you can see how it's having a picture frame there. Then we do another one, so we repeat the same sort of process. Our clip there, 2x2 next to that with a 1x1 underneath. Some more sloped pieces in for the roof. level it off again. Then we've got another 1x2x2 there, and we'll stick another portrait on that. Number 12 going on. So there we go, so that's that picture on there. And then this one's going to go obviously on this side here, on the opposite side. Hopefully. To level this. Right, I think that's it. So now we've got both the sides of the roofs put on together. Then where we put the clips in at the back here, which is a bit hard to see, we're actually going to stick a golden rod on one side. I'll show you this in a minute if I don't smash it up. And then on the other side we've got a red rod here that has a lightsaber piece in one end and in the other end. Put that the wrong way around. So something looks like this, and that's going to go on the other side. In the other clip. So then hopefully you can see this a bit better. You can see the gold piece there, and on the other side next to the picture. So they're in position. Now we're going to build the structure that's going to hold our circular window in the top, which is quite iconic. So we start with an upward facing bracket piece. We'll stick some inverted slope pieces in to the base like this. Stick a 1x6 sand green plate across. Then a 1x4 with a downward facing bar in the middle, and some 1x2s then on each end, so we get a sort of slight overhang. Then we're going to stick these curved wedge pieces either side like this, and stick some 1x6s then into the edge of each side like this. Then we've got some macaroni tiles go either side. Start doing the circle, it goes round, and we continue with these circular wedges to give us the full circle there, and then we can add in the other macaroni tiles to complete our circle. There's the other one. So there we go, so that's the main frame. If I flip this over, then we're going to stick some 1x2s in each corner here, and then we've got those inverted loop pieces to give us a hinge at some point into each section there. Then to make sure that they stay in place, we've got more of these curved inverted pieces. Then for the mechanism itself, to open it, we'll get two Technic bricks with a hole in it. Get one of these long pins, push it all the way through, stick the other brick on there, and then into that we'll stick one of these Technic pins with a cross connection and a pin. That then goes into our looped piece. Do the same for the other side as well. So there we go, so there's our attachment pieces. So if we bring back in our piece here. We're going to stick these actually on top of those photo pictures that we just stuck on. So just need to put this in front of our curved pieces and stick that into our, so it's gone just above these two bricks here on top of those stickered pieces that we stuck on earlier. And then now you can see at the front we've got that iconic big circle window there. Then we've got our printed, obviously, our window piece here, transparent. And what we do is we stick some robot or skeleton arms, 2 of those onto the handle piece like this. Stick that through the window, and that sticks actually into these clips. These skeleton arms actually clip into that bar that we stuck in the trapdoor earlier. So whether you can see it, it actually clips into there, into that bar. So then on the front it looks like that. It's pretty effective. Then to finish off this sort of roof bit, we get a couple of 2x2s in light bluish grey. They go either ends. Next to that then we stick a 2x4 in sand green. Then we've got a couple of long plates. We've got a 2x2 jumper, 2x2 tiles, a couple of those. There's one, is it 2? No, 1. And a couple of 1x6 tiles then. So first off, the long plates we stick one across the top here. Then we stick our 2x2 tile there, our jumper one this end, and our 1x6 tiles just either side, like that. Then we're going to come around, finish off the tiling here. So we've got some 1x6s there. We've got a corner tile, then a jumper. Then a 1x3 and a 1x6. And we just put those in across there as well. And then to finish us off, we've got to do this front section here. So we have a 1x3 tile that goes each end. We also stick a 1x1 plate in there and a tile in at the other end. Then a long plate and another 1x1 at the end. And then this side we stick a 1x3, stick our long plate in there and another 1x3 plate there. And to finish this off, we've got 7 of these Technic teeth pieces for the top of the roof, and these go on top of all these plates we've just added. On this side and this side. So at the end of bag 16 then, we've ended up building all of that roof bit out there, start to put the black Technic bits in. So now on to bag 17, so our penultimate bag. So we've got our last minifigure, which of course is Dead Strange, I think. Looks like Dead Strange. So we've got printed legs, and a printed torso, looking a bit gruesome on both sides. He's got a grey face, which looks pretty sinister. No printing on the back, so there's only one facial expression, and he's got a ponytail, slick back hair, and he has got sort of purple pieces on here. There we go, so there's Dead Strange all done. Now let's get on to the next. So we need to build the actual top bit that sits right on top of the roof. And in fact, while we're here, just stick this on top of the module. Let's go to the wide angle a second so you can see. So now we've got up to here, you can see the roof has now gone on, so we just need to do the top of the roof, the very top, which is what we're going to build now, and then we'll do our inserts as well. So we'll start with one of these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 2x14, and we'll stick a 6x14 grey plate right on top of it like that. Flip it over. Stick a 2x3 plate there and one overhanging by one stud on that side. Then we have a 2x6 and another long 2x14 on that side. If we flip this over, we'll stick a 2x14 there, and another one of these 6x14 and another 2x14 onto there, and then we'll stick another 6x14 on there. If we flip this over, we're going to finish off the plating, so we put a 2x3 there, 2x4, another 2x4, 2x16 there, 2x3, then we've got a 2x6, then through the middle we're going to stick some 2x8s, right in the middle we'll stick a 2x2 round, actually in black, and then we'll do another one going across there. So that's the sort of base structure now. This is the surface area we've got to build on. Start building at this back section here, so we'll put a 1x6 and we'll stick a 1x3 plate into the bottom. Then onto this we'll stick a masonry brick 1x2 and a 2x4 normal brick, and then we'll stick that onto our overhang that we had here to kick us off. Then we stick another masonry brick behind that, and then we're going to stick around the edges some plates. So we first off have a corner plate, and it's a 1x4 tile, 1x2 plate, 1x4 tile, and a 1x2 plate to finish us off. Then over here we're going to stick some 1x4 tiles across, have another corner plate there, and then we're going to come down this side like this. That's the edge of our roof. Then we get a 2x4 plate and we'll stick a 1x2 into the base. That's going to go on the end here and overhang by a stud where we put that extra plate in. And then either ends we've got some downward sloped pieces. So these, these pieces here, they're going to go on the ends of each side of the roof, here and here. Something that looks like that. Another one of these 2x4s and a 1x2 to mirror it on the other side. And then we put another downward slope up in this corner, and then in this corner we stick a 2x4 plate, and then at the ends we'll stick some quarter tiles back to back. Then next to that we've got some 1x1s with clips on top, two of those next to each other, and then we put another two studs apart on the opposite side. And one more. Where's the other one? Hiding there. So I just stuck those on the top. I think that's it for this stage. Oh no, there's a 1x1 tile. Just goes into that corner. Next up we get a 2x2 black plate and stick a tile with a hole in the middle on top that goes at the end of our clip area here. Into those clips we'll stick some 4 length dark bluish grey bars, 2 of those. Just like that. Then we've got some 1x1 rounds with pins in. One goes on its own, then the other next to it goes in with an ice cream cone upside down into the top of it. So it looks like this so far. Then onto the rest of this we'll stick these 2x2 rounds with patterns on the side. They go next to each other. And again into the top of them we'll stick these tiles, 2x2 rounds with holes in the middle. One there, one there. We have another 1x1 round with a pin on that goes diagonally over here. And again we stick an ice cream cone into the top, which will look like this. It's the roof adding some detail. Then we get a 2x6 plate. We'll stick a masonry brick into each end, and into the middle we'll stick a 2x4 brick. This is going to form the chimney now. So then we stick some 2x2s with these pins in all the way across, and then into those we've got these, the Technic pins in metallic. 3 of those go in, and then into the top of the chimneys we have these kind of, I don't know, bulb type things. So this is giving us our chimney, and that will stick on top of what we've got over here already. So it looks like that. Then next to that we're going to put some sort of plants growing, so we get a dark tan 2x4, and we'll stick 4 reddish brown 1x1 round plates in each corner. Then on top we've got a reddish brown 1x2 rounded edge and a leaf. On. Then we stick, see that's a dark leaf, there's different colours of leaves here. Dark leaf goes on the bottom, light green on top. We'll stick a green flower on there and a shoot on the other one, like this, and that just sticks in this corner. Just like that little potting table. Then we get a large cone piece, and we stick a 1x1 round with a pin in the top, and that sits about 3 studs over. About there. Also we get another 1x1 round with a pin on, stick a white lampshade type piece into the top of that, and then a brown shoot or stick goes in the top there. It sits at the end of our sort of potting table, and then we get a 2x2 round plate, and we'll stick in these black triangle pieces back to back to make a vent, and that goes over there as well. So now we're going to go over here. This is like another chimney type piece. We've got a 2x4. We'll stick a masonry brick each end and a 2x2 in the middle in grey. Then another 2x4, and then we'll stick 1x1 modified with 2 studs on top, 2 of those, and that comes outwards like that. So this is kind of what we've got going on the roof. And then we repeat it for the other side here, so get another 2x2, this time we do it sideways, masonry bricks back to back, 2x2, another 2x4, and our 1x4 is modified. That goes on this side, like this now. Then the next thing we're going to build, we're going to do 2 of these. That's the top of that chimney we just built. So we get a 2x3, stick a 1x3 tile on it, and then a 1x3 plate. Then we'll stick another 1x3 and a 2x3 onto those like that. Then we'll just put some 1x3 tiles all the way around the edge, and then we'll stick a 2x4 in light grey in the middle, and then into that we'll stick some metallic 1x1 round bricks into these cylinder pieces for the tops of the chimney. And then these stick on top like that to give us a chimney look, and that goes on top of that tower. So we need to do another one of those now. So that goes on there, it goes in the middle. And then these go on top there. So there's our chimneys now. I think that might be the end of this bag. It is, so that's actually the end of this bit now, so we can stick this on top of the roof. So then this can just slot into that like that. So if we go to the wide camera, now we've got the roof all on top there. This is all into position. It's a bit dangerous as a roof. If you was up there, you'd probably fall off it, but you can see we've still got the gaps all the way around, so we'll be doing that next. Looks like that level probably needs to move forward. there. Not quite put that last level in the right place. That's better. So it's seeing a bit better now. So that's where we are now. So let's open the last bag then, and we'll probably end up building all of these inserts, and then we'll be done. So then, to kick us off, we get a couple of 1x8 plates, stick them together. Then we've got these inverted circle pieces, which will go at each end. In the middle we put a downward facing bracket piece like that. Then we get upward facing single bracket. And we'll stick a 1x1 at the back and a plate on top of it as well to level it off. Those will go on top of our inverted pieces, so do the same again. Ooh, do it the right way around. So that's kind of what we're looking like at the moment. Then we get some of these sort of archway pieces, stick a 1x1 into the back, and then that actually just sticks on top. Where's the other one? There it is. And that sticks on the other side. So we end up with something like this. Then we get another 1x8, and we'll stick like the facing bracket into the middle this time, and then that connects to these two arches like this. So it's kind of our circle area formed. On top of that we'll stick a 1x8 brick itself, and then on top of that we've got these 1x4 semicircle bricks. Two of those on top to round it off, so it ends up like this. And then on here we're going to stick into our brackets these trans orange macaroni bricks. It says, if I can actually connect them properly. There's like a portal opening there, so in the instructions that as she goes around the back, so where we had the hole down here, that's where this one goes according to the instructions. And, you know, you can pull these out and reconfigure it based on what your needs are. So that's the first one. Our next one we start with a 1x8. We're just going to stick a 1x1 brick in the end. Then a 1x4 masonry brick, and a 1x3 brick in the end of that. Then we've got a 1x3, 1x2 there, and then a panel piece. Then we stick a couple of 1x1s. Masonry brick. Another 1x1, and then in here we stick a 1x2 with a round piece on to level it off, just like that. And then we stick a 1x8 plate all across. Then a 1x8 brick, which I can't see, there it is, underneath the tentacle. So that goes on. Then we stick a masonry brick in, 1x1, and a 1x3, then we do do another 1x3. We stick a 1x2 with a slider on, another masonry brick, and a 1x1 at the end, and then another 1x8 plate goes right across to secure that up. So that's kind of our wall there. Then on top again we stick these semicircle 1x4 pieces like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick this 6x6 piece here. We've got a sticker, actually our last sticker, that says new exhibit Captain America, the living legend and symbol courage. So we'll stick this on here. Stick that on like that, and it actually sticks on sideways according to the instructions. So that's kind of what we have stuck there, and the reasons it's sideways is because this thing sticks in sideways. So this actually fills in this hole which we've got at the top, and it goes in sideways apparently. So it looks like that. You'll see a better look at that in a minute when I go onto the wide camera. And then our last piece is we're going to show a monster coming out with tentacles and everything. So we start with a 1x8 again, got a 1x2 one stud, then a masonry brick, a 1x4 one, and another 1x2, another 1x8 plate, one by 3, goes in each end, downward facing bracket in the middle, then we stick a masonry brick on top of that, and another 1x2 with the round ends, and it's a 1x1, 1x2 with a single stud, another downward facing bracket piece, 1x2 single stud, and a 1x1, and then we'll stick a 1x4 masonry brick in the middle facing the other way with two Technic bricks, 1x1s with the hole in the middle. There's one, there's the other one by the side of that. Then we stick a panel piece, there it is, hiding. By the side of that we've got some more of these 1x2s with the round ends. It's in like that. Then at each end here we're going to stick upward facing bracket in here and put a 1x1 behind it. Then a 1x3 plate on each side to build that up, to level it off, and then to finish this off we have another couple of 1x2s with a single stud and another 1x1 each end. Then we're going to stick a downward facing bracket onto the panel piece, and a sort of upward facing one as well. On top of that we then have a masonry brick one the other way, and then some 1x1s. And then to level us off we'll stick a 1x8 plate right across the back. Then, like we did on the others, we stick the semicircle pieces on top. So there's our sort of base with all the studs on, ready to now decorate. So to start us off, we'll stick our trans orange macaroni pieces to give us a portal circle. So there's the circle. Then we stick actually a plate in here, 4x4. Actually some upward facing black horns. Two of those facing upwards, like this. Then we're just going to do a big eye, so we get one of these eye pieces here. It's printed on this one, so it's an inverted 2x2 that goes into a red tile, which we then stick in the middle. So there's our horrible eye. It sticks right into the middle section there. Then we're going to stick some tusks coming out. Very sinister there. And then we get some larger tusks, two of them, with some extra sections in. And we go into those Technic bricks that we stuck in earlier. Like this is our octopusy type thing coming out there. And with that in place, that comes into the side hole we've got here as well. Again, I'll show you this when it's completely finished, but that's the monster coming out the side. Then some finishing touches we're going to do now on sort of the outside of the building. Now it's sort of finished, is we've got a fire hydrant. We're going to do a black one, so we start with a round brick and a 1x1 with two studs on. We'll stick a metallic 1x1 round plate into the top there, then into the side, 1x1 round again, and another 1x1 round with a pin. So there's our fire hydrant that goes next to our newspaper. We also got a 1x2, and there is actually one more sticker apparently. There is. And that goes on the floor, just outside there. That is all our stickers now. Definitely finish all of those. And then we've got to do some trees to really finish us off. So two trees we're going to build. Start with a reddish brown dish. We'll stick in a dark tan candle piece into that. Then we'll stick another two candles into that to give us the trunk. Quite a nice technique for little thin trees. And then we've got these pieces here to use as a branch on the tree. Stick that into the top. Then we're going to stick actually some green leaves into the two lower branches. Then we've got some larger leaves. We're going to stick a small leaf into the middle of it. That sticks through the next lower branch. Like this, and then our final one, Again, just stick a leaf in the top here, and then that goes onto the tallest branch. So there's our kind of tree there. Do the same on the other side. Just like that. So there's our two fashionable trees. So if we come back where we've got these reddish brown jumpers, we're just going to stick those in there and there. Then just to finish off, we're going to sort of put some podiums like we did on the Daily Bugle, really, so you're able to attach some minifigures that are flying around various areas. So to do that, we get a trans coloured dish, one by one round. Let's set this trans stick in. So we've got two of those going like here, and then the instructions, you've got one that's going to be positioned out here on this corner piece, and then one is actually on the side of the building, just up here. In fact, and let me just go to the wide angle camera. And we've got a few angled pieces here which we just stick into some holes, which again would allow you to position some figures wherever you wanted. So in the instructions then, bringing back our minifigures, so we've done the building now. Let's bring it into shot a bit better so you can see it. So there we go. So according to the instructions, we were supposed to stick Spider-Man up here doing his thing. We've got Dr. Sinister there. This guy's on flying over here. We've got Iron Man, who's on off the floor here. So hopefully we can just ease into his Iron Man's flying on the floor there. Doctor Strange is down here, firing up. And then we've got a couple of people stuck on the wall fighting. Who else are we missing? Him down here, and this evil guy's up on the roof like this. So there's all the minifigures now. So you can see the build has completed. We've done all of the sections now. We've got all of these details on the outside now. You can see a fight scene going on, which I'll probably keep for Bricktown, and we'll have it going on in there. You can see all of the roofs all done now. We've got all the details there. And then as we spin round to the back, you can see more fighting going on, people standing on the side. And then at the back, our alleyway, we've got a portal open here, and we've got the advertising at the top. Again, these are built so that you can pull them out and you can swap them and configure them. So I might reconfigure it once I put it into Bricktown, because I'm not sure whether the monster on the side is going to work for how I want to lay it out. But you've got that nice billboard there, and that portal with some graffiti. These are the aircon units that slide across to change the scene in the library. And then of course we've got the monster on the side here as well that we built. Again, you can pull that out, and I might have to move him to another section depending on where I'm going to put this in Bricktown when I get to that. So that's us all done for today. Let's go back to the main camera as well. There we are. We have the Sanctum all built, ready for us to stick into Bricktown now. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to look like a nice addition. Hopefully stick it next to the Daily Bugle, as I mentioned as well, in some way. So it should have a bit of a Marvel theme going on in that section of Bricktown. So as I said at the start of the stream, we're not here next week. So join us in 2 weeks' time, where we'll be building the Lion Castle, kicking that off. So you're more than welcome to come and join me for that. It'll probably be 3 or 4 streams or parts that we do for that, because it's over 4,000 pieces. So it'll take us a bit of time, but I'm really looking forward to getting to that and hopefully having it next to the other castles that we've got up here in our display in the future as well. Also, I'll stick a poll up on the community tab later today so you can vote on what we build next. We've got quite a variety of sets that sort of in our backlog of stuff to build, so I've not purchased any new sets for a while, so we'll work our way through the backlog on some smaller builds after the castle. So do vote and let us know what we're going to be building, probably the end of October, start of November by the time we've done the castle. So stick that vote. As always, if you enjoyed the stream, do hit that like button as well, just so that more people get to see it. And if you haven't subscribed, then why not just subscribe, so you'll get notified as well about all the future streams that we do, as well as the updates to the rebuild of Bricktown. So as I mentioned, I'm off to Billing this week, so stay safe with whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, and I'll try and stick some shorts or some photos up of my experience in the Lego house and in Lego HQ during this week, so you get a bit more insight into what happens when we work at Lego. And until I see you in 2 weeks, stay safe then, and we'll get going with the castle. See you then.